So, first off, I want to thank, Bash the Dead Guy, who runs the Dead Guy Uncensored podcast, because he posted the video that I'm going to be talking about. So at the 2024 gathering of the Juggalos, Ouija Macc did his set, and it seemed to end what I'm going to describe as basically very disgusting. He faked a shooting on stage. What I mean by that is he was doing this whole spiel at the end of like, I love you all even if you don't love me, I love you anyways. And he's like, I will die the happiest Juggalo on the stage, blah blah blah. And then had someone run up, hoodie and all, and shoot him down. Like he was down, guy was shooting and all that. And then just ran off. So for one, this looked, I would say if you were in the crowd and didn't know any better, this genuinely did look real. Like, it wasn't like any sort of Nerf gun or something like that. It was legitimately like, it was a handgun. And there were flashes coming from the handgun. From the video. Like, and you heard the pops and all that shit. Like, that looked pretty wild. But it is fake. Like, thankfully no one was hurt. Unfortunately, we live in a time where mass shootings are the norm, no matter where you go in a public space. And it's sad to say that, but it is. And festivals, like music festivals, are some of the, like, big targets. A lot of people have shot up music festivals before. Clubs with concerts, all that shit like that. And also in a time where, at least within the past 50 years, this is how far this shit goes back, where fans have easily killed artists. Or just people in general have killed artists. One a lot of people know about is Dimebag Darrell, which, if this comment is correct, this is wild. Apparently Dimebag Darrell was shot and killed like 45 minutes from where the gathering happened. If that's true, I'll put it here. If not, I'll just still put like a little blurb of what happened. But one of more recent years, if you were on YouTube around 2016-ish, the artist Christina Grimmie, I believe, if I'm correct, she was shot in a meet and greet after a show. But then even going back further than that, John Lennon was shot and killed out front of his home. So this isn't a new thing of, like, music and shootings being kind of intertwined. This is something that has gone back to at least 40 plus years backwards. And especially now, like, especially this year, like within the past 5 years, shootings have become a lot more crazier. School shootings, festival shootings, like, wherever shootings. It's sad that it's normalized. And the fact that he thought, you know what would be a great idea at this giant music festival? Is to fake a shooting. Now, thankfully, no one reacted at all. Everyone was kind of dead silent. Even the, security guards up front. They didn't even look like they flinched. But what if people did panic? What if people said, oh shit, there's someone with a gun shooting? What if, like, the front 5 rows decided to all start running backwards? Someone could have been trampled, bones broken, like, brain damage, killed even, just from the panic that it would have caused. So, like, this is fucking disgusting of him to do this. And I don't want to hear anyone saying, like, oh, you're being soft. Like, people were saying in the comments of one of Bash's videos, because he's, like, the only one that's posted about this. Like, what the fuck? People are saying, like, Juggalos getting triggered, Juggalos are soft nowadays. No, I can see if he said something offensive, and someone was offended by it, that's what I would kind of relate, like, being soft to. Like, oh, if you get, like, super offended by it. No, this is not something you, like, pass off as being, like, being triggered or being soft. Like, no, shootings are a serious thing in this country, sadly. Like, we have school shooter drills. We have shit like that. So why would you make a joke about it to just play on stage? Alice Cooper is someone who does, like, kill himself on stage. He has the guillotine. I believe he does hang himself sometimes. That's all stunts. That's all, like, part of it. Everyone knows what they're going in for. It's like, it's played up. Like, no one's bringing out a real guillotine on stage and really chopping people's heads off. It's all planned choreographic stunts. And you go to an Alice Cooper show to see that kind of shit. You go to see the theatrics. When Ouija set is just generic, and then all of a sudden, you have someone come out on stage, start shooting, that's a different story. So, it's like, I don't see anyone else talking about it, unfortunately, other than Bash. But I feel like a big question would be, did Ouija Macc cross the line on this scenario? 1000% yes, in my opinion. Because it only takes a couple dozen or a dozen people in that crowd to start panicking because of gun violence, and then everyone around starts, and then the shit goes crazy. So that could have gotten out of hand very quickly. Thankfully it didn't, and thankfully everyone is safe from any injuries like that there. Now this does bring in the case, will I review Psychobabble? It's very touch and go right now, I'll say. Like, I am, like, kind of pissed about this. Like, to a whole other level other than just, he makes bad music. No, this is, like, shitty theatrics that could have caused harm. And a lot of people were saying as well, I've seen, how did he not get, like, fined or in jail for that? Like, that could have been a thing. I don't know the laws on that there, because they probably change state to state, but still. That's something you don't do. That would be like I think it's mass hysteria or some shit. But, with the Psychobabble album, I already did promise in the Dark Planet video, I already did promise that I would give him one more chance on Psychobabble. Because even afterwards, like, the cover looked cool. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give him one more chance. Because of the music reviews, they're pretty much just becoming me hating his music. I don't hate his music so much in a way you guys think. Because people are like, oh, you're just fake or whatever the hell. No. I like his music from 2017 to 2022 as a solo artist. I love the Swagtooth era stuff. He was good in that. It's the fact that over the past 2 years, it's just kind of gotten to be a copy-paste slop fest. And it's like, why would I want to put something out? Why would I want to put myself through listening to some shit that I don't like? And I'm not, like, I don't want to say I don't like it immediately, because I want to be a neutral music, review. That's what all my reviews are. They're all neutral. I go into them blind. I put any sort of, judgment on person, blah blah, past music, whatever, but aside. No, we go into it blind just to see how the music production is. So I will possibly give him another chance on Psychobabble, but this is probably one of the last reviews I will do of Ouija. So that's it. That's all I'm saying.